All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. This is RK Craig here with Bella Shepherd doing our Let's Play of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. Today we're going to be doing a few side missions. Take a look at the journal, see which ones we're looking at. First off, we'll be looking into the um, Hostile Takeover, which is Helena Blake's mission. We'll be going to the Hades Gamma cluster to take care of that one. And after that, we'll do the Asari Diplomacy, which is the Nassana. That's in the Artemis Tau. Yep. And then lastly, we'll be doing the Kahoku mission with pains and whatnot. And that also is in the Artemis Tau, I believe. Yep. All right. And I don't know how far along into the missing range one we'll get into, being that I think that leads to several missions with the Kahoku because that's stuff that leads into, of course, Cerberus. But we'll see how far and how quickly we get things done. But for now, I'm gonna head to Hades Gamma. Spot that. Hostile takeover. Yep. Oh no, Gemini Sigma. Is that it? Hostile takeover. All right, here we go. In the Han system. What a beautiful ship. All right, let's go ahead and do a quick survey of the system here. All right. Hmm. No, nothing. No. Oh wait. Well, matriarch writings. That stuff is something we want. Was I looking in the wrong area? Let me see. Yeah, actually was looking in the wrong area. So okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go to Mabagon. Oh, some type of hazard here on planet. Um, have we taken Liara out yet for any battles? I don't believe so. This will be the first one. Take her and Garrus out. All right, let's take a look at the map. Okay, down there looks like that's where we're going to be heading to. Is that anything we want to take a look at? Abandoned camp. Yeah, we'll see what that's about. Do I have? Oh yeah, I gotta boost up Liara. Haven't done that yet. All right. A little bit of need that even just to unlock for her to have armor on. Shield boost. So we want to get her with full and with singularity. Those are the most powerful, in my opinion, in Mass Effect 1. Okay, we got to get warp going in order to get singularity. Singularity, I think, fantastic in this first game. Man. It's really awesome, powerful. Get that going. No, we'll boost up her warp. That is, warp is powerful. Um, no, I want to get her to get some first aid going. Throw, max that out. Sure. Beef her up in her armor maybe a little. And 3 more points. What should we do it for? Go ahead and give her stasis a little bit. All right. Garrus, you got any points? Nope. No points for me either. We'll do a quick save now that that's done. We won't have to do that again. That's level 2 hazard, looks like. Okay, well, yeah, we got it mapped out. It's into that direction. Let's go. It's a pretty rough looking planet. By the way,
How so? The Normandy is built for stealth, not combat.
But the stealth drive adds a new tactical level to space combat as we know. Surprises, it's undetected flanking maneuvers.
I had forgotten the Turian appreciation for tactics and strategy. With respect, I hope we avoid ship-to-ship combat entirely.
yeah, me too. By the way, I'm definitely Team Mako over Team Hammerhead. Hammerhead, man, it sucks in my opinion. The freaking you just cannot take any kind of attack that hits you directly for any amount of time. It will jack you up quickly. All right, looks like we're moving quickly into hazard.
Finally, some action!
Is there some action, or is it just that we were starting to get out there too long for the hazard environment? Well, for one, just because it looks cool. Get canister we can interact with, or did we already? If there's anything else. Nope. Okay, we're good. But yeah, the hammerhead, man, it's dude. I mean, obviously the has better mobility, but you just cannot. Oh, thing. A little funny there. No, I don't care about getting that kind of thing. We'll go ahead and look at that. See, can we go up this steep of a incline? That might be pretty tough. Just push it at a right angle and you can do it, it looks like. Yeehaw. Oh boy. Ooh, that's gotta be rough. You're a passenger on board there going through that. First time I played this game, man, I explored pretty much every inch of every single map. I think it took me like, I'm gonna say 76 hours or so to beat the first game, but I explored everywhere, man. I know people kind of get on that these maps are boring and there ain't much out there, but oh my god, well, when you're first playing, you don't know that. Also, it's just I found it fascinating landing on these strange planets and just being able to explore them. And I had tremendous fun doing it. Yeah, the Mako definitely handles kind of like crap, but I still did enjoy the exploring of it. Oh boy. They did improve its controls though a bit, its handling in Legendary Edition. And adding this was also a pretty big improvement, in my opinion. And deposit, or what am I looking at there on the mini map? See that I have marked, but I don't know if. Oh no, okay, what I have marked is to. What's that little question mark thing? Nominally. Just about there. Oh, there we go. Oof.
Now it gets fun.
ID tag. Who were you wanting to fight there, Gary?
With all this exploration of Prothean culture, this must be like a survey for you, Liara.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
No
The
fun.
loss of all this Prothean technology is just one more thing Saren will have to pay for.
Yep. All right. On we go to the. What is that? Debris. Yeah. Let's take a look at that because it might have some of those matriarch writings in them. I doubt. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. And out of the hundreds of mods that I do have installed, one of them does allow for these type of collection missions that you can kind of get away with collecting far fewer, and it counts as finishing those. So I don't need to get all of them. I think I'm wanting to say the matriarch writings. I think there's I'm wanting to say like somewhere between like 12 and 16. I think somewhere in that range. And I think now with the mod, I think I only need to collect 5 of them, but I'm not sure. And I'm gonna try and be a little thorough on this since I do want to get everything I can out of the Conrad stuff. And, oh, there we go. Right in front of me. Very nice. On board. All right, now we're ready to head for the main objective here, which is right there. Syndicate hideout. That is F. Yeah, that boost right there is a godsend. I love it. I mean, of course, the mod I have in it that allows it to be infinite certainly helps as well. But just the same, the one that they did put in the vanilla game of Legendary Edition is really helpful. Especially in some of these planets, man, are so mountainous. To get anywhere, you're going up inclines all the time, and it really does help in making that a little bit easier. Gotta get it the right angle there, of course. There we go. Up, steady things out. All right. One thing I do wish they would have improved here on the Legendary Edition is to make these bases, well, not just the bases, but all of the spots that you go to on these side missions have more variety in the interiors because it's just all recycled and they start to wear out their welcome as you get expose them over and over again. All right, sniper rifle, there is pistol. I may have already have those out. Yep. Oh, Liara, let me see what kind of equipment you have on. Yeah, you got on crap. Put medium armor on her. And even okay, one of the mods I have does allow her to have heavy armor as well. I'll do that, even though it didn't have 2 slots, but that's fine. Pistols. You're gonna need a new pistol, that's for sure. Yeah, we got far better ones. Pretty good. Six. Oh, that's even better. All right. Here. Mm, no more explosive rounds. Come on. Those are my favorite, man. does that just burn? Yeah, um, that helps with the jamming, and then some stability. All right. What about for? Yeah, that's what I wanted to give you. You're our top gun there on terms of mm, biotic powers. So, yep. What about mapping of power? Yeah, I'll go ahead and map that. All right. Try to remember to throw a grenade this time and demonstrate that I've actually learned how to do it. Uh, low, metagel. Got it. What about you? And yep. Oh, dang. Now it's a shame they didn't. I don't think make it to where we could do combos. Now we've got them primed. Now you detonate, and you can do it. Mass Effect 2 and 3. And yeah, she jacked that dude up. But frickin' Singularity, man, it's so powerful in this first game. I got it. Mm. There we go. That grenade to work. Wasn't letting me zoom there for a second, so that's why I ended up throwing the grenade. But come out. Ooh, Garrus jacked you up. Boom, got him. One more to go. Outstanding work, team.
All targets eliminated.
Yeah, I love that that mod that adds the sound effects too to them to all the powers. That's something else I do wish they had done as well, is add that and giving it kind of more symmetry to, you know, continuity through all three games. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did really well with the Legendary Edition, I think. But I think they could have done a little bit more. Really gotten it. Oh, nice. That might be some good armor for Tally. Maybe. It could be crap too, but let's see what this is. Right. I can't say, but if one more human is sold to those spider-faced bugs, you do it free. You won't be warned again. Yeah, I'd say that's probably from a mod. I don't remember them using that language in a regular game. Did I save? I probably did. Yeah, no, I did. I worry. All right. All kinds of good stuff. That's pretty good armor for humans there too. I'll take a look, but I think Chef has some pretty damn good stuff. Um, see if we can find that one. We just found there it is. The 540. Wow. Yeah, that's freaking amazing armor. Hell yeah. 540, man. Holy shit. That's spectacular. Um, for you, Liara. Well, yeah, it looks like I can give you one I was just wearing. And we'll give you. There we go. Let you boost some of your, regenerate some of your health. I think we got some Biotic amps. So yeah. Oh, cool. We got a repeat of that. Fantastic. I'll give that to probably Rex, maybe Kane, but I'm likely to use Rex a bit more. I think the companions I took more than any through all my playthroughs, if you added them up, would be uh, Rex and Tally. That was mostly the combo that I played first time I ever played, and I've of course since mixed it up as I played it along. But those two I just always loved having. You know, they're both shotgunners, but I liked having them both along tech abilities from Tally, and then Rex, of course, having a biotic ability as well. Of course, and he's just an absolute tank, so made for a hell of a squad. No matter what class I picked, I was like, I just felt like I was in pretty good shape. And again, I could fly right to the Normandy or just exit to the Normandy, but a lot of these mods, I'm just not sure what if there's stuff added that I need to do when I come out. And it doesn't appear so here now, but you just don't know. Okay, so mission now. I'll take a let's see here. DIS system instead of the DAT system. I'm gonna go to the DIS system. So, all right, back up to the Normandy. Oh, nice job, team. Save up here again. Thank you very much. Out we go. I didn't pay attention where the DIS system's at. Maybe what it'll say. Survey team. Okay, we know about that being for both of those. Well, it's likely then inside of one that already has a mission. Shit, I'm gonna have to back out and look for readings. This row, horse head. Yeah, because one of the things about with the mod that it may be within that has the notations on the systems and a mission that's involved in it, it can only list one. It's a shame it doesn't. I haven't updated where it would list all the missions that are available within each system. I have a feeling it's inside here. Yep. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and survey. We're gonna have an asteroid belt here. And that's where our mission is. Nothing. Right. Asteroid belt for anything. Oh, there we do. We got something. Survey. One more out there, and then we'll go ahead and land. Yep. Terrain insignia, very nice. And this is on Clinsel, like it's called. No hazard, at least, doesn't appear. All right, I'll take Rex and Caden on this one. like I said, after beating this trilogy originally, I had such a a yearning to play more sci-fi that had this kind of, like I said before, getting to play this game from a friend that had recommended it to me, Jason. Really thought that I would like it, and of course he was right. I absolutely loved it, and but after beating it, I was like, I want more of this. Is there any other games out there that can kind of fill this like gap that I didn't realize I had in me that I just absolutely love? Space exploration, role playing, this kind of just in depth storytelling and lore and history it all created. I loved all of it, and unfortunately, I didn't find anything that was
Well,
remotely
it's
close.
coming along nicely. In the last fight, it looked like you even surprised yourself.
I've always held back a little when I use my powers on living targets. Fear of hurting someone, I guess. But
Huh.
after what I saw on Eden Prime, I'm not holding back anymore. Not against the Geth, not against anyone.
Caden's a good dude. And see, he doesn't even really want to hurt anyone, like ever, out of anger, out of anything. He just didn't want to do it. But now, seeing with back against the wall, you might not have much choice. That's the base we're going to be heading to. So yeah, I'm taking a beating there, but we're here to look at this first. Yeah, I remember one of the games that I looked at. Getting away from the escape pod, but no sign of any survivors. All right, so we need to find these footprints and protect the body. Am I looking at anything there? What is it? No, just okay. I guess maybe look at the map, see if it's anything. But I'm not seeing any footprints. But as I said, I am legally blind, and I'll miss things that are maybe obvious to you guys. Not obvious to me right now. Okay, let's look on the map. But yeah, one of the games that I looked at, uh, that I thought, oh, maybe might have something. That I seen it was sci-fi and featured that was Gears of War. Nah, I enjoyed it. I thought Gears of War was a lot of fun. I thought it was cool, but yeah, it wasn't anything like this. I mean, the storytelling was
I
pretty
haven't
good.
spent much time with Krogan before, Rex, and I have to say, you're not what I expected.
Um,
Because you humans have a wide range of cultures and attitudes. The Krogan all think and act exactly alike.
yeah,
Well, I didn't mean...
hey,
Just forget I said anything.
oh boy. But yeah, Gears of War was fun, but it was obviously very different from this. It was purely just a shooter. I only beat the first one. I think did I ever play the second one? I own it, but I can't recall. I don't think I did. Um, up, up. There we go. I'm getting shot at though, but oh boy, yeah, I got hit with the sniper. Where exactly are they? Oh, it's way off in the distance there. Okay, okay. Can't tell really. And I guess it looks like a little bit of movement there. Sounds like there's still someone out there, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh no. Hoping to get whatever's out there with the splash damage. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you guys take shots at him. Got a medallion. Alright. But there are, it looks like coming down the pipe, a few games that are being inspired by Mass Effect and are going to be role playing games in sci-fi, and they look freaking amazing for now anyway. One that's created by people who made Mass Effect, or well, some former people from BioWare who've now gone on their own. And it's called Exodus, I believe, is what it's called. Now look, oh, there we go. Now I got you. Bye bye. Got you, dude. Um, yeah, Exodus looks freaking spectacular. And from what I'm hearing about the lore and stuff in it, man, it definitely has the Mass Effect vibe, and I'm very interested in it. As well as now, I don't know anything about this universe, but the Expanse. There's going to be a game um, based on within that universe, and from what I was seeing on that, that looks pretty freaking amazing too. So I'm excited to see that there are a couple games coming up that are Mass Effect inspired. Now, there's a new Mass Effect game that they're working on now, and I am hopeful that it'll be good. But recent Bioware history has me to be a bit doubtful. Um, Andromeda was a great disappointment. I don't think it's as bad as some people have made out to be, but I think it's really mediocre. And for what they had a chance of doing, they just really fell short. They're in a whole new galaxy. They had the chance to go so much bigger and to like pretty much start from scratch and introduce so many more new alien species and lure and they didn't. They just didn't. There's like three species that you know. Except I said there'll be spoilers for that too. They basically the cat, the Angara that they're pretty much well, Angara being turned into kit and there was some foreshadowing I think of like um there were kind of a precursor group as well. It was with those droids that let's see, I don't remember all because I only played this game once and I only went through about 2/3 of it, so I don't even remember many of the characters' names. Remember Drac? Drac was awesome. He was the Krogan. Um, and I did like the female Turian crew member. Can't remember her name off the bat. I liked her. Um, boy, yeah. See, I'm drawing blanks, but the pretty much the lady who kind of was similar to Liara, who she studied ancient ruins. She was a sorry in it. She had you did a mission. You picked up that droid for her, and I don't remember what those were called, but you combat against them often throughout too, and they're kind of a I don't know. I was disappointed. I could have done so much more with Andromeda, but uh, and then they made Anthem, which is a whole different direction for oh crap for what Bioware was had done before. I mean, which is if they want to explore and try new things, that's pretty cool. But um, I want them to make freaking role playing games. I love role playing. Um, but they oh boy, all right, whoops, got him. And then after Anthem, which maybe it was fun. I don't know. It didn't have much success. They of course made now just recently this year, or the end of last year was Dragon Age Veilguard, and that was a tremendous disappointment for people that love Dragon Age. And I count myself among them. I love Dragon Age. Dragon Age is fantastic series, especially Origins. Origins is amazing. I suck at the combat, but I love the in-depth role-playing aspects of that game. All right, there we go. No longer a problem. All right, so now we'll go speak to Helena Blake. Um, yeah, Veilguard disappointed a lot of people. It had real issues. So now that's 3 games in a row where BioWare has come up short, and they used to make nonstop hits, man. And unfortunately, as time goes on, people move on, and so the company that it once was is barely that anymore. Which is a shame because Bioware has made some absolute legendary stuff. Hmm. Oh boy. All right. So yeah, I can't say I'm greatly excited about Mass Effect 5 or whatever they will be calling it. I am hopeful somehow it's great, but I just don't know. And even if it's not, I'll always have this trilogy, man. Like I think this ain't going nowhere. I'll probably play it another 25 times still because it is great. It like they have their flaws within these games, but it also has its magic. It's something special that they created, and I'll always cherish it. I got something up there, maybe. Nope, nothing in it though. All right, but yeah, that game Exodus really has my antenna up and excited. I don't know how far out it is from now. Probably still a long ways, but okay, go. Oh, back up to the Normandy. Okay, cool beans. Save. We'll look and see where oh, oh, where she's at now. Horsehead Nebula. All right, which is where at least by Mass Effect 3, that's where the Lucifer Man is in the Horsehead Nebula. Right over there, Noveria. Tuna. There's part of me that, well, first things first, I absolutely want to, of course, more than anything, finish this series. That's my primary goal. That's my only goal, honestly, for now. But um, to do all three of these games, like if anything I get done, that's what I want. So anything that would come beyond that is for now, just you know, can't imagine happening. But you just never know. If I ever get to that point, I'd really like and hope to maybe someday do a let's play of who am I taking? Um, Tally, take Ash. Um, crap, kind of lost my line of thought there. What was I on about? Oh yeah, about doing another let's play. The Dragon Age series. Like I would love to. I wouldn't be able to any other series that I do, no matter what it is. It won't be. I I won't have nowhere near the same type of. And like man, as I said, I'm not a complete expert on all things Mass Effect. I get plenty wrong, as you've seen if you have followed this series. I certainly try not to, but I'm not. I don't think I'll make mistakes, and I will. But at any rate, I do have. I think a pretty decent knowledge of this series of this. Um, I'm not interested in that. Check the debris over there. But whatever knowledge I have within the series, I don't have anything comparable to any other. like I know the Dragon Age series pretty well. I've played it and beat it. I would say probably maybe like 5 or 6 times. So I have beaten that trilogy as well. And yeah, I'm not counting Velgard. I'll never be playing that. I have
Hey,
no interest
Tally.
in playing it.
It looked like you got some dirty looks back there.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than thieves.
That's sort of what I heard about your people. I guess you're not in any one place long enough for people to get to know you.
Yeah, unfortunately, people don't get to know the Quarians because they are, isolated and away to themselves. Um, but yeah, back to the subject at hand. I would love to do the let's play of Dragon Age as well. That would be a lot of fun because I do really like that series a great deal. Um, Another one would be what am I thinking? The Witcher series. Same thing. Um, I've only beaten I've beaten all three games, but only beat the first game once, the second game once, the third game I've beaten probably like six, maybe even 7 times. Um, and I've read the first book and nothing more. Although I'm definitely interested in reading all the books. I've heard they're fantastic, and I really enjoyed the first one. So, um, but um, The Witcher 3 for me is my favorite game of all time. Like it alone by itself is my favorite game. Mass Effect trilogy here is my favorite series of all time. But man, Witcher 3 is an amazing game. There's just so much to that game, man. This is a new touch added. That's pretty interesting. Hmm. That's from a mod. That's new to the legendary. Oh wait, looks like I was so busy looking at it, I didn't even look at the
My
mini
people
map.
are wanderers, not military leaders. All this fighting seems strange. It must be more familiar for you, Chief Williams.
Trying to take down a rogue Spectre and his army of synthetics? No, they didn't cover this in basic.
Yeah, this is next level. All right, what we got? Turn in signet. See, now that's pretty cool though, because probably in the regular game it's just a turret lane here, maybe, or maybe it's I don't know, but they added this. That's pretty cool. One more. Right her. Um. So yeah, Witcher 3 is my favorite game. Mass Effect's my favorite series. Um. Also wouldn't mind doing someday. Like, oh, this is. I don't know how realistic ever doing any of this, but I would love to. Doing a let's play of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. I love both of those games. Fallout 4 is okay. It definitely is lacking in terms of role playing in a lot of ways, but it's fun to play. Like I got the fighting is much improved, but I did download the mod they made Fallout London. That's pretty freaking amazing. I haven't beaten it. Um, I played like 20 hours and that's freaking amazing work they've done. All right, let's see what we got here.
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
Like I said, Miss Shepard has experience dealing with criminal elements. She was a part of a criminal element. Yes, she's left that behind, but you know, it doesn't bother her to get involved in this kind of stuff. No, you were right.
Those men deserve to die. Now, are we gonna have a problem?
Not if I can help it, Commander. I hope you can see that I am by far a lesser evil than those men. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. There
Yeah,
will be no drugs and no slave taking for the Batarians. Those days are over.
yep, yep. The slave taking was definitely gonna be would be a no go. Shepard ain't gonna let that fly. But be forceful with it, or just tell her to walk away. I know, just tell her to walk away. But yeah, the no, slavery is definitely a no go.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be redeemed. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
Yep.
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see this gang again. If I do...
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me, my men become nervous in the presence of law enforcement agents. Goodbye, Shepard.
But I will see her again. Wait, you kicked me out? I wonder if I'm allowed to go back in. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh man, I was gonna go ahead and just execute a search warrant. Start looting their stuff. All right. I always want stuff. Dang it. We didn't get their stuff. Okay, next up will be hostile take. No, that was what we just did. Hostile takeover. We're doing Nassana Dantis' um, dirty work, because we know it's going after her own sister here. But yeah, that's in the Artemis Tau. Yeah, doing the missing Marines last. Now that's the one. Okay, let's take a look. Very nice. Matriarch's writings. I did see there's going to be one system we're not getting to unless it's done within the Kahoku mission within this system. So we'll come back and explore it at some point if we must. Did see it twinkle. Sometimes you can see them. Yep, see. Twinkle a little bit. Spot them. I don't think there's anything further though. Alright. We go. Good. I'm not sure. Okay. Well, we're done with the sorry. Let's take an Asari. Take her. And we're taking Rex. It's a pretty badass team right here too though. Anytime you got Rex, it's pretty much a badass team. No matter who you add to it. You definitely elevate your badassery. Alright. Take a look at the old map. The deposit, don't care about that. We got debris. We'll go here, here, and then there. I think this was the first ever planet I landed on. The first time I played the game. And I just did it exploring. I, of course, hadn't gotten Nassana's mission yet. I just came here.
So tell me, who'd win in a fight between you and Shepard?
Ah,
Do Krogan size up everyone for a fight?
Yep.
Even friends and allies?
Yes.
Come on, Liara. Of course. Very nice. Alright. Over yonder. And they did this mod that allows them to have their banter on the Mako. I do really like. That was something they definitely got right within Andromeda. You get the squad mates talking. I mean, yeah, you can get in the elevator, but you don't always get it. You do a lot more exploring on these planets doing this than you do. I mean, you definitely ride plenty of elevators, and you don't always get squad banner. You get sometimes the news. So yeah. Another thing too about modding, I came very late to doing that. I think I didn't start modding games until I'm gonna say maybe 2018, 2019, maybe even somewhere in that range. I had never modded before that. I was always afraid. Thought of, of course you can break games. Nice. Her writing's very good. But I mean, I learned, of course, how you back things up and how to do it. Be smart about it, follow instructions. And someone who played a huge role in that was, I mean, if you aren't aware of him, if you played,
Your biotics are pretty powerful. Are all Asari that strong?
While the Asari have natural biotic abilities, not all have the desire to learn to use their abilities effectively.
All that power and some Asari don't use it?
Mhm.
You could have conquered the galaxy if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Evidently, we do not want to.
evidently. Oh, they do though, but by different means through their influence, which is fine, I guess. And sorry, very much want to have their input on the galaxy, which we all do. I was speaking about modding and who really helped and influenced me, but you may be familiar if you've ever looked into modding. Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 is Gopher. Gopher made such tremendous instructional videos on how to do that. Very thorough, very patient. I don't know. I think I have heard him say, but I can't say with certainty that he has. He mentioned it, I think that he'd been a teacher before. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it would not surprise me because he's just very good at it. And it was due to his videos that I learned how to mod and how to back things up and man, when I seen what they could do to New Vegas was the first game that I did that to. Man, it was amazing. I absolutely loved it, and so ever since I've been modding games. And honestly, it's what got me away from console gaming because that's previously all I really did was console playing. Most part two because I like to use a controller. I have no dexterity really for to be using a mouse and keyboard. I know you get used to it as you do it, but my left hand feels so clumsy trying to move and do the WASD and to oh my god, no, it just feels awful. I'm so glad that most games nowadays on PC are made with the controller in mind as well, or they'll allow you to do it. Um, they got me. Oh boy. Krogan are so tough in this first game, man. Holy shit! Like, oh, oh, sorry, Liara. I seen a sorry, and I just attacked. I lost track of our main target here. Uh, had to be a bit of a shocking experience there for Tally. Not Tally, but for Liara. Oh, she was the main target, huh? She upstairs. Hmm. Okay, I didn't get a message yet because the message is going to be there on the computer. All right. Well, that was her. Didn't get a message until we get to the computer. Got it. Let's get stuff, which that's is a reference to Gopher, as he's not only a great instructor on um, modding, but he has terrific Let's Plays. So I highly recommend you um, subscribe to Gopher's channel and check out some of his Let's Plays. Of like, the ones I've mostly watched are his Fallout ones, but he also does have a Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough, which is really good. Gopher's great, and yeah, he likes to collect stuff. The citymen confront Nassana with this. Yep, we will. Taking out our own sister. Yeah. Sure, I'll give the room a look down, then I'm just gonna head and leave. I don't think there's any danger of there being any missing cutscene or anything like that here. Oops, I see something that I like to do. Yep, I like explosions. Who doesn't like explosions? All right. Yep, I think we're done here. So next up, within the same cluster, is the Kahoku mission, and we'll start that. Um, he contacts us. I believe he's in a panic because Cerberus is after him. So we'll lead into some stuff there with Cerberus, which obviously has huge implications for the second and third game. All right. So I think we'll likely just do this one mission here and then call it a session for today. And then next time we play, we'll see if that all comes right up about doing that rest of Kahoku's mission, or if we need to do some others before we get that call from him. I don't remember for certain. Data disk. Nice. And then scan that one. And then we'll just I'm just thinking because I'm gonna be heading to Novaria here, and so we'll see if finish up the Cerberus and then head in Novaria, maybe.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
All right, this is an alliance mission. So we're taking our alliance crew for this one. Yep, and this, of course, is the first place that I ever ran into a thresherman on. Properly got my ass kicked. Yeah, I mean, that's the rest is just deposits. It looks like we do have one debris, one anomaly. Yeah, we'll get those and then we'll look into that. I know it autosaves when I land on the planet, but I still, I don't know. I don't always just trust autosaves. I know it works. There's no reason not to, but I like to place my own.
Hearing about the Proteus makes me wonder if some distant civilization is going to find our artifacts someday instead of us.
No, sir. When some distant civilization finds our artifacts, we'll be right there to explain what they are.
I hope so, Williams. But I'll bet the Proteans thought the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Kind of like how the ancient Romans, I imagine they thought that they would rule Earth for all of history as well. I mean, think you're on top of the world, on top of the galaxy in this case. Nothing could really stop you. Heck, that's what what led to this whole problem in the first place was the Leviathan thinking that they were above concerns of lesser creatures as they've seen it. With AI, that wasn't something that they had to worry about, and of course, so they create the Reapers. No, take that back. They didn't necessarily create the Reapers. They created the artificial intelligence, the that's there on the Citadel. They created it, and they created the Reapers. We will definitely be getting into that at a later time. Still, I'm with Ash. Even though, you know, yeah, we know how it's going to play out. It is pretty much, yes, humanity's, well, likely to be, we're all likely to come out on the other side of this. The victors and crushing the, well, unless you pick refusal, then you do lose pretty much, and then following species kind of picks up the mantle and they defeat the Reapers, but otherwise,
Those Asari commandos are impressive. Like almost their speed or something.
Unless that speed lets them outrun bullets, I'm more inclined to stick with nice, solid armor and a big gun.
Point taken.
I hear you, Ash. Right down there. All right. There we go. Ah, another dead one. ID tag recovered. Area map. Don't know where. I think if it's updating to go where else. Not sure. But anyway, we know that this is the area we're going to at the beacon, the signal. There you go. The distress signal. All right. Excuse me there, Mr. dead Solarian. And I am curious how quickly we can kill this Thresher, since we'll pretty much have the auto fire with that there. So hopefully we can take it out really quick. Let's save, because in case not, we get wiped out. Don't want to have to drive around and go pick up all that. That is the thing with this first game on these Uncharted worlds. There is no autosave other than when you first land. After that, you're on your own. So definitely wise to save aplenty. And I do that, well, not only because of crashing. Even when I'm playing games that didn't have a lot of crashing, I like to save frequently because I hate repeating stuff, man. I just hate it. And so, like, if I die, I don't really want to have to go back and repeat a whole lot of stuff. Just no. Yeah, almost. Yeah. Die, worm scum. Hell yeah. I like that. Alright. Dang it. God, dead Marines. Son of a bitch.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
These are Admiral Kahoku's men. We need to tell him what happened here.
Yeah. Sucks. Lured out here. Man. I mean, honestly, we should be loading them onto the Mako, though, to give these guys a freaking proper military burial, not just leaving them here. Obviously, we're going to send word to the Alliance, and they'll come and recover their bodies, but there's no way to shut that down. I'm going to try shooting it with the Mako. Well, first I'll try just shooting it with my gun, but, I mean... Okay, good. You can shut it down. Gotta do that. You don't want to lure anyone else. Oh, wow. Apparently, I blew it up completely. I will go into the galaxy map just to see that if it triggers the Kahoku. And then, well, you know what? I'm thinking, well, let's just see. No, I didn't trigger it though. Maybe I will look at this just because this is where we looked for Liara. Now, obviously, just now we did both of these down here. See if there's anything up here. Let's go visit Athens. Always wanted to visit Athens. Alright. I don't know that even if I'm pretty sure that I think all the systems have a planet you can land on. That I'm gonna necessarily do that right now. There one more planet. Well, maybe they don't all have planets you can land on, or maybe something becomes available later. Certainly a possibility. Turn signal. Yeah, alright, I think I got it all, unless there's something in the belt. No, here's not. Okay. Leave that area. Missing survey team. What is that one? Hades Gamma. Missing survey team. Well, that might be one we do next time. Look into that. I'll probably head back to the Citadel before, just to real quick drop that off with Dantia. And then we'll be heading there here real soon. These things I'm not yet. Those will be another time. We'll look into all that. See about RE writings. Yeah, so we only need 5 of them to complete it here with the mod. Typically, like I think you need something like 12 or 16 of them. Dreams. According to this, okay, so we have to go back and speak to him. Then he'll head out, and then all right. So yeah, we'll be heading back to the Citadel just very quickly this time. Won't be doing too much there. Stick with Nassana pretty well there. Missing survey team. What is that about? Let's see. Dropped out of contact. Yeah, maybe we'll look into that. We'll see. But, all right. Well, that was it for today's. Just want to do a few side missions, get some of that in. We'll see how curious about. We haven't gotten a whole lot of Paragon or Renegade. So. See, we're definitely more Paragon than Renegade. As I said, we beat Paragade. Um, but I am curious. Well, and I have a mod that allows for it. Kind of operates similar to the way Mass Effect 3 does, in that since it takes into account pretty much the charm and intimidate as just a one. So you can pick either option. You don't have to just pick uh, charm or the intimidate option. If you could pick one, you could pick the other, pretty much, which is pretty cool. All right, though, that's it for today. Um, Thank you so very much for joining me. Again, I repeat this every time, but it's so true. I'm absolutely having a blast doing it. It's really fun. Each day, I look forward to doing the next episode. So I'll be looking forward to doing this again tomorrow. Um, but yeah, it's Bella Shepherd here. You'll be signing off. Follow me. Uh, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you would. And we'll catch you on the next time. Catch y'all later. Later.